My name is Mick Deal. I work at the Open University as a media developer. I've been working here for 15 years. I wasn't the most studious of students when I was at school. I was a bit of a rascal, and I didn't leave school with some great qualifications. I ended up on a youth opportunity scheme. That's where I learned how to drive a dumper truck, and that's where I learned how to paint. I was unemployed for several months back in the early 1990s. So I was invited up to this seminar with the intention of applying to do a bricklaying course. Turns out that all these chaps here were all ex-construction workers, ex-brickies, ex-plasterers, ex-plumbers, and they were looking to train in some other trade or some other skill. So I felt a bit sort of awkward. I didn't want to admit that I was there to think about doing a training scheme in bricklaying when I got the bricklayers there who were unemployed. And I was quite surprised that the guy who was running the seminar afterwards, when looking back through the data I entered, kept making comments on these things I'd entered about history and politics and inquiring as to why I was interested. And I just, well, I've just been reading books over the last few years and reading political journals and watching political TV programs and stuff. And he asked me, have you ever considered studying history and politics at university? He said, what you can do, you can go sign up to your local college on an access course. And he went away, made a phone call, come back, said, all right, you've got an interview for next week. I began the Access course in September of 1991. I wasn't quite sure what to expect at the time, but I was very excited about it. And I think the tutors were very good too. The tutors were very friendly and made us all feel part of a team. Some of the most important aspects of the course that I picked up in terms of my academic development was learning how to write more academically, being less journalistic, less emotive. The comments I received from the tutors on the various essays I did were very, very positive indeed. And I got a lot of confidence out of that, and I learned things about myself that I couldn't do. About a third of the way through the course, that's when we started to apply for our university places. And I made my application, and I was very fortunate about 4 months later to be invited to interview at my top choice university, University of Kent. When I first arrived at Canterbury, I was absolutely overwhelmed by the place. I loved the whole academic environment. I think one of the main advantages of going to university was the fact that it opened up a whole wider sphere of opportunity for you in terms of career. Things happen in your life on a particular moment just like that, that can turn your life completely around in a whole new direction. I look back and think, what on earth would have happened to me if that had been a different person running that seminar that day? Going to university for me was one of the most remarkable things in my life because it completely changed not only the course of my life, but my whole perception of what my career should be and would be in the future. I've been a software testing engineer, I've been a web developer, web designer, I've been a media developer. I never believed when I was 16 that I'd be working in a technical capacity. If you go on to study in higher education, I think you'll find that your Access course would be the perfect preparation for that, and you'll look back and you'll wish you'd done it, and you'd look back and think, I got a lot out of that, because I certainly did.